Hi doll fans, I'm the Doll Business, and in today's video we're going to look at one of my favorite characters from Monster High G3. We're going to look at a couple different variations of Twyla. We have Creepover, we have Fearbook, and we also have Skulltimate Secrets, Neon Frights. And we have a lot of Monster High to unpack in this video, so please stay tuned. So that's what we will be looking at, and as always in all my videos we're going to look at the packaging. Love packaging. We're going to look at the dolls themselves, the articulation, the hair type, the facial screening. Is it pixelated?
Oh God, why?
The style of clothing that they come with, how the clothes close, and the accessories. And if we have any comparisons, sometimes I like to mix and match with Barbie or Poppy Parker, but I know Monster High, the bodies are a little more slim in some parts and they don't have the same proportions, so the clothes usually don't mix and match unless they're pretty baggy, and the shoes definitely don't. So Monster High is usually confined to other Monster High. You may have also noticed that I am wearing some new clothes from Mattel Creations. Went with a Cowboy Ken hat and a Monster High hoodie. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know I like simple to open packaging, frustration free. Monster High mostly delivers on that. And the great part about Monster High packaging is you can open them, you can keep the blister pack and the card, and kind of well preserved. If you like to keep the artwork, let's start with the Creepover party. Now I'm working my way through the G3 episodes, and I loved the Creepover episode, which I think introduced Twyla. Love that they went all out, made a whole graphic for it. You know, kind of feels like a brand. And the artwork is extremely cute. Shows the characters from that episode. Everybody's taking selfies and just sets the scene a little bit. So really like this artwork, great use of colors. It's fun, it kind of takes you into the setting and the theme of the universe where these characters live. So love those little things that add just a bit of extra flavor. Same with all the artwork on the side are what look like vectors, illustrations that are specific to Twyla, which is really neat. Ice cream, scary cherry, the sleeping bag, the diary, a moon mask, Sweet Dreams pillow, just very cool. Then the Monster High logo. So really like the packaging, kind of tells me right away a little bit about the character. Creepover must have bunny ear cap, monster midnight snack, petrified pastry strudel, fave Creepover activity, hiding in the shadows. Very cool. Would like a little more. It's usually pretty brief. I would love to see that expanded upon. Also like the blister pack. I can see everything right away. I know what I'm getting in here. I can easily see the doll, the fashion that she's styled with, and all the accessories. And Monster High, most of these have a lot of accessories, so I love seeing that. And even the Twyla name badge up at the top. You will see I have an Amazon inspected because I did purchase this when it was refurbished, I think maybe the term, which is a few dollars cheaper. I knew I was going to open it, and generally they're not in too bad condition of a package, though if you watch some of my other videos, I was surprised when I ordered Laguna. The package was quite destroyed. I would not even call that in the package. But this looks pretty good, just has a dent. Let's take a closer look at Twyla. Right away, I see the bunny rabbit headpiece has these plastic T-ties piercing through it, and the head is also held in place with them. These T-ties are not very user-friendly. It created these little small holes in the headpiece, which immediately feels depreciated. Such a buzzkill. But the doll herself is very beautiful. Love the long, wavy, mint green, teal, purple hair. The outfit looks very much like the character from the episode. The color story is phenomenal. saran hair, so that's always a win, and no pixelation on the face. Great, I will always take that. Um, Again, it's a very highly accurate rendition of the character, and the color story is really strong, carried all throughout the accessories, the shoes, the outfit, and the spiderweb earrings, all very cool. The hair is a little messy. I wasn't sure how I would maybe go about fixing this. I may have to set it with straws and some hairspray, as I've done in the past before for some wavy hairstyles, but let's take a closer look at the accessories. So we have this really cool Twyla name badge. I would love it if this was a sticker. We got any stickers in here. Intro to talismans. And Dustin the Bunny. All right, let's keep looking at these accessories. We have this sleep mask. It's fun. It's very much fits the color story. Goofy accessories like this, just so thematic, so really well thought out. Just kind of make me smile and just feels like a really great compliment to the character and adds so much play value. We have a cup she can actually hold. I love that Monster High toys can actually hold and interact with these accessories. Hair clip, of course, the bunny cell phone, the Pop Tart with a couple bites out of it. And again, these accessories can all be held. I love that play value. Right, here we have Twyla in way too bright of a daylight. I believe the eyes may glow in the dark, so maybe I should let her be in the sun for a minute and test that. This could probably happen off camera. Wow, I'm really glad I tested out this feature. The glow in the dark eyes add a whole nother dimension to this character. This is one of those details where Monster High goes the extra mile, like Spectre's translucent limbs and Twyla's glow in the dark eyes. Love this stuff. So, really cool feature. The eyes glow in the dark. I love that. Like this doll even more. Oh, yes, here it is. Glow in the dark feature will last longer if you do not expose this product to intense heat or direct sunlight for prolonged periods of time. So, I guess there's a shelf life on it, but that's okay. Most people don't leave their dolls in direct sunlight. If you're a collector, you probably already know that, just from fading, and creates a lot of wear, sometimes discoloration. This is not a good habit for any of us, human or doll. Always want to wear sunscreen. Of course, I'm standing in front of my window and half of it is a little more lit than I want. Love the bunny ear cap. Also thought this could work for a Sailor Moon character. It is tied with a ribbon and it's fabric, so that's a plus, not a super thick plastic that is supposed to be like fabric, so I like that. As you saw, this did have some T-ties in it, so it has these little tiny pinholes. Other fabrics, like some of the Barbie recycled plastic materials, show up so much worse. If there's a T-tie, you might not even want to purchase it because it's basically ruined when you take it out of the package. This is small. It's still, can we think of another way of doing this? These T-ties are not friendly for the user. We have to cut them. We risk harming the fabric, and really it already creates imperfections. Love the color story of the doll with the purple and mint turquoise or teal, one of my favorite colors, but kind of open to interpretation. I liked Twyla a lot from the G1 series. Happy she was included in G3. I feel like she looks pretty similar, but these dolls are a little more accessible for me because they're more readily available and less expensive than some of the G1s. Also, G1 has a lot of discoloration in the hair, which certain mint green saran, I've seen that change as well, where it's like a really dullish color that it's incorrect. So hoping that doesn't happen here. This does look like different than the other saran that was kind of opaque and matte. This looks a little more like what I'm used to with saran, where it's probably going to stay this color for a longer length of time. I liked the bangs. There's not too much product in the hair. The outfit, it looks really similar to the character from the show, the Creepover episode. Really cool. They put the glint of the eye as a button, which is neat and ties back to some of the accessories that we'll look at. And her shadow legs with pink hands. Again, I think the only thing I would change is probably the bracelet to be green rather than purple. Really like this doll. She's probably up here with Laguna, with one of my favorite G3 releases. She has knee articulation, wrist, elbow, shoulder. She has the chest as well, and of course the head. The clothes are thankfully not one piece. There's a plastic belt. It's Velcro in the back, and the skirt just slips on with elastic, and you can see the chest articulation here as well. 2021 Mattel. All right, really happy with the Creepover Twila. All right, next we will look at Fearbook Twila, which is the first Twyla I purchased. I saw her at Target when I was looking for Laguna and some different G3s. In the US, it's a Target exclusive. In other countries, I'm not sure, but if you're able to find her, please let me know. I'd be interested where different distributors internationally carry some of the store exclusives. Really like the package. Again, they take a great deal of attention toward the theme with Fearbook and the graphics here. Little graphics on the side, bitology, mad science, dead languages, clockulus, like funny, dumb puns. Then the back shows you the characters available in this series as well, which are Twyla, Draculoro, which if you watch some of my other videos, I've also purchased. Didn't really like Twyla as a character or the design, so didn't pick that up. The guitar is cool though. And of course, Twyla, who we're looking at here with her name spelled out so you know which package is the character, which is nice too. And then we have the artwork over here on the side, very cool. So this one does not come with Dustin, but we do see him over here with Dream. Looks like different artwork than Twyla. After Ghoul activities, Game Master Spotlight. Why did you join the Ghoulish Gamers Club? Playing board games with my booze is a scream come true. And again, it's just that one tidbit of information. Would like a little bit more here to connect with the character. Package design is beautiful. We have the Monster High logo, always well branded. Great use of colors. They don't really skimp on the package. There's like foil graphics, different types of embossed. You get a lot here that is pretty cool if you want to collage or keep your package or really just appreciate packaging design. I'm wondering if the eyes of this one also glow in the dark, which is why they are green. So can probably just let her sit here for a couple seconds. To really see how this looks, I recommend going in a dark room, and as you can see, very cool. The eyes glow in the dark. They are quite vibrant. Very cool feature. Really impressed with the Twyla toys we're seeing here. The eyes glow in the dark is just an extra cool feature. Just really fun. I would love that. If I was a kid playing with this, it's just a really cool touch. And it looks good. Similar to all the Monster High packaging, I like that this blister pack is very clear. I see what I'm getting. I see all the great accessories. I can also clearly see the doll, the shoes, like everything that I'm getting. I don't like when it's obscured or I'm not even sure what some of it looks like. Packaging overall feels really simple to open. And I think they think about the collectors a bit more because the boxes are little keepsakes. A big dramatic reveal. Also love the amount of accessories we get with the Monster High. Like, I don't remember many toys having this much accoutrements when I was a kid. So I love this. The clothes always look like the characters too. There's like a good amount of attention to detail and characterization with this whole toy set. So I'm continually impressed with Monster High. And I'm someone who's really just getting a few of the G3s. I do have a couple G1 Lagunas, and I'm looking forward to the Creep Reduction, which is supposedly coming out this month, or maybe I'm thinking before Halloween. I thought it would be Friday the 13th, but that's come and gone. All right, let's take a closer look. Right away, I love the color story of Twyla. Very cute gothic Lolita dress. Could see this working for like Daphne from Scooby-Doo or a custom Sailor Saturn, or just a lot of different uses. Also like this varsity jacket, and she has a good amount of articulation similar to the last doll, pretty much exactly the same. You can see some of the accessories she comes with, like a chessboard game piece. Very cute shoes, kind of would work for Laguna as well. Some cardboard piece for the game. I guess it's like an instruction thing. At first I thought it was like an iPad. And then the Fearbook itself, which is quite neat. Would like if this had more pages. And it is also cardboard, which is kind of destructive over time. Doesn't really give you as much playability as some of the other pieces. And some snacks. And we see the dress here closes in the back with Velcro. For those who like to see the articulation, here is a better look. And we also have this beautiful, long, wavy Saran hair, which I'm always a fan of Saran. There's just a lot of really cool details here that make this a fun toy to look at, play with, create stories for and about. All right, let's take a look at our last Twyla, which is the Monster High Skulltimate Secrets Neon Fright. Trying to play with the shade. I usually don't film this. Do you like that lovely cat hair on the new sweater, new hoodie? Film at this time of the day, so kind of working with different factors. 125 looks. That seems like a lot. Twyla, love that they gave Twyla her own logo. Do want to say thank you to the Monster High Reddit group who posted when Target had a pretty good sale on the Neon Frights Skulltimate Secrets line. They were about $10 to $12 or $10 to $14 each. Skulltimate Secrets Neon Frights, 125 looks, posable. Love that it shows you who is included in this series. And it looks like there's a key that I could dunk into water. I will not be doing that for these videos because I do not like mixing everything with water and then drying them off and mold. Plus I'm more interested in the doll and the accessories that I want to show you rather than like the fun plastic keychain or whatnot. Glow in the dark, phosphorescent, 19 surprises. All right, very cool. The artwork, it does look a little similar to what we saw prior on the Fearbook series, where it's a little more stylized. Of course, this is a different type of package. You don't actually see what you're getting here, which kind of stinks. With Monster High, I do, now that I collect them, I do like to look at them in person if I can and see which one has a slightly better screening. Usually they're pretty consistent. It's not like Barbie where suddenly there's like a wonk eye, misprinted lips, eyebrows that don't match, that type of scene, but it's usually like a little neater hair or the seams of the garment line up with the pattern, maybe a little better. Occasionally there's like marks on the face. You know, we've seen that a lot with the Wednesday line, but I bought those blindly from Walmart.com and I did not have issues with those, thankfully, but I have seen people who have the makeup all smeared, especially the dark lipstick. All right, so this just has cardboard inserts and some tape, and it slips right off, and then you get this case coffin type wardrobe. They do put some real thought into this. It's not just a plain back. They use that skull, which I think from G2 had a certain name. It was like a map, but I'm working my way through the media, so. All right, very cool. It's like her locker. Love that we see different things Twyla may be into. Return to Manny. That's neat, because he's, usually at the library reading. Imagine Intro to Talismans. That's a throwback to the other one. Love that. Game night, again, throwback to the game board we saw, which was, I'm not really sure what that game is. I don't know if that's from an episode or not. Looked like a little bit of chess and a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons based on that die. All right, and then we have Twyla here. Very extreme makeup. I knew this was poly hair. Again, thank you to the Monster High community on Reddit who share some great resources as to what is Saran or poly, or I think those are your only options. And I prefer Saran, so appreciate that person or people who put that together. Again, knew this series was poly. Poly feels like a plastic type of fabrication. It's just doesn't feel as like real. Doesn't feel as much like real hair as Saran. It also doesn't lay as nicely. Like you can see these bangs are a bit blunt. All right, and then I see this key that will unlock these. So I'm kind of wondering why we had this plastic at all if these are locked, but I guess it's just extra safety precaution. Kind of neat. I'm really just purchasing this for the doll and the clothing, but I do appreciate the case. It may make it fun if I wanted to travel. It does feel bulkier and more weight than I would want, like if I was throwing this in a school bag or a carry-on. But all right, let's take a closer look. To be blunt, much like these bangs, this is my least favorite Twyla of the bunch. Do not like this dark lipstick and kind of more severe look to her, as well as the hair color. It's not correct. There are some glow-in-the-dark accessories, as well as a whole range of other accessories that you can free from these locker components, and there's also an overly complicated set of instructions. And another reason this doll ranks least for me is a lot of the clothing pieces are made of a sort of plastic faux leather material, which unfortunately tends to decay over time. And of course, the poly hair will really rank her to the lower tier. Let's fast forward the opening and get a look at the clothing pieces. We have the hoodie, the shorts, again, faux leather skirt. Some of the elements are cute, but overall they're feel a lot cheaper than the other Twyla. She came with headphone earrings, which I thought were really neat, but they do not stay in position. I didn't see this in the promo video, so I want to show you the other pieces she comes with, the top and the skirt, and the sneakers, which are kind of cute, and the hoodie. I also want to show you a comparison of all three. We have the Creepover, the Fearbook, and Neon Frights, and the Creepover feels like the most classic to me, so that's probably my favorite of the bunch. All right, back to Twyla. So this is my least favorite out of the three. The hair, polypropylene, you can see it looks quite artificial, very bluntly cut. It just always looks messy to me. I don't like the weight of it, don't like the feel of it. The color is pretty. Would just prefer we use Saran like the other two. Just this, I feel like it's always going to look unkempt. Also, my least favorite outfit. The glow-in-the-dark accessories are neat, I suppose. Though not my favorite. Like I did like the glow in the dark eyes. I don't see that this one does that. Here's some close-ups of the hair so you can really see just what I mean. Like if it gets kinked or anything like that, I feel like it just stays like that and looks poor quality, easier than Saran. Like I have not even played with this, and it looks quite dumpy. Also, don't like the ends. I feel like I almost see little bits of plastic from the way it's cut. Like if it's cut bluntly, you can kind of see that with the sun coming in on it. Barring that, this is my least favorite outfit. Feels very artificial, like these pleather shorts and this big amount of plastic overall type thing. And also, since the eyes on this one don't glow in the dark, it'd be neat if we had the purple eyes that she has in the G3 show. I do like that they all have different looks, very different makeup palettes. Like that they carried some of Twyla's signature style, like a pattern and the bow. And she came with some neat accessories. Like I like the headphones. It's a very cool touch. They're a little hard to situate. I don't know that I saw 125 looks altogether. I guess they mean every permutation, like only change the skirt and then have the skirt and add the earrings and then switch the earrings and add the headphones and then so forth. But, for a kid, I don't think they're like, that's 125 different looks. She also has the smoke shadows on her arms, but they're a little harder to see, less contrast. G2 had some of the best animation in terms of the movies. Really love the way the characters looked, but the webisodes were not able to really hold attention and maintain a high quality of storytelling, and felt really geared toward a very young audience and the departure of Monster High. So like where G3 is going with the characterization and the fact these dolls look really close to the characters from the show. But G1 would still be my favorite in terms of storytelling and characterization. I like that the G3 dolls feel a little less fragile than the G1s. Like if I'm going to pop off an arm if I'm going to pop off a hand, I'm not as worried about it breaking and the joints going rather loose, though I might be able to remedy that with some clear rubber bands. But these dolls feel like they may last longer, but they are really new compared to G1, which is aged a bit, so only time will tell. A lot of good stuff here with Monster High. Continually impressed with the characterization. Find the storytelling relatable, easy to get into, accessible characters, really pretty character design, great color story. The neon frights, I knew that wasn't my favorite just because of the neon, but overall that felt pretty lackluster and cheap. I didn't like interacting with the toys or looking at them like the other ones that we saw in the series, especially the Creepover Twila, the Fearbook Twila. Great colors, articulation, posability, looks highly representational of the character from the show with some minor color changes. Had some neat features like the glow in the dark eyes, which I did not expect. So yeah, really pleased with Monster High. I think I will continue to collect some of my favorite characters, Laguna Blue, Twyla. I do like some Draculaura. They have really fun accessories. I also want to grab certain dolls that I like because the accessories are really neat, or I think I could use this for another project or doll customization. So saw some really great stuff here today. Love the packaging design, and overall they all felt really high quality outside of the neon frights with the polypropylene hair and these very garish looking outfits. Just felt like tacky would be the best description for that series, where the rest of them felt kind of elegant and right, hitting the mark for the character, for just the quality that you might expect, like the soft saran hair. Across the board, screenings were all great. There's no pixelation, so love that. We're not in that Barbie territory. Didn't really see any imperfections, and I love that they give all the characters just subtly different makeup choices, so you're not buying the same doll over and over and over. So it's neat, and you probably have a favorite out of the bunch because they all have little differences. So if you liked what you saw today, hope you learned something. This is what I'm showing on my channel. I'm someone who always has always collected toys. I love toys growing up, love these dolls. They're like little works of art. They're fun to look at, fun to think about, give them stories. I also make a series of custom wigs and make my own like version in Barbie and Poppy Parker sometimes. And that gives me a little more flexibility because I have a large amount of wardrobe clothes for those two, whereas Monster High is really just confined to Monster High. But there's some great stuff here that I don't have elsewhere, like the glow in the dark eyes or fantasy skin tones, fantasy hair colors, where this color is not readily available for me to just order and make a wig like some of the other colors. And again, the great characters. Love the G1 series overall. G2, some of the media was not as accessible for me. It felt more geared toward a younger audience, especially the shorts. The ones that weren't movies were very almost hard to sit through. Compared to G1, I loved the shorts. And the compilation that's on YouTube, that was some of the best. Some of them were better than the movies. I do love Haunted. And G3, I'm watching the series, which is very hard to find now that it's not on Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon. Kind of have to look around. And then there's also 2 live action movies, which I'm not sure what to expect. And apparently a new live action movie by Universal. So we will see, but I am eagerly anticipating these characters and this universe, and really, dipped my toe in the water with some of the G3 Laguna Blue, and then explored this franchise and really liked the characters, the storytelling, the toy series. These are some of the best dolls I've seen, especially some of the play line. Just really detailed and really fun. They kind of elicit an emotion, and that's one of my favorite things from them, from this series, or what I get out of this Monster High universe. So if you liked what you saw, please subscribe to my channel. It is free, and you can unsubscribe at any time, though I would really like to keep you in the mix. And let me know what type of content you might like to see in the future. I like to hear user feedback and how I can improve, which is what led me to get this microphone. Still have some videos that I shot pre-microphone that I'll may get around to uploading because there's some great unboxings, but it's much easier with the sound quality. All right, thank you, and see you next time.